Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Leftist Losers Show, where we point out all of the losers of the left and the hypocrisy that they are constantly spewing at all times. And I got a good show for you today. So CNN is supposedly panicking as they get ready for the Trump-Biden debate coming up in just a few days. And one of my favorite stories is actually out of the AP, where they're asking if Biden's actually going to be able to make it through the debate. And I guess we're about to find out. And at the same time, then they're questioning on whether or not Trump's going to be able to entertain people. So it's really coming down to whether Biden's going to be able to survive the debate at all, and whether or not Trump's going to be entertaining or boring. I don't even think it really matters. I think Trump could honestly get up there and just make stupid faces and people would laugh at him. I mean, he just has that kind of draw to him. People just like the guy for whatever reason, you know. His personality brings people in and gets people excited. And if you know anything about his past debates, you know that he has no problem putting out some zingers and keeping the crowd going. So the only sad thing is they're, not allowing him to have a crowd this time. If you've not heard, CNN's debate's going to consist of hard timers where they're going to cut off both candidates at the exact 2-minute mark. And on top of that, there's going to be no crowd, which obviously they're doing because they're trying to prevent Trump from working the crowd. That's what he's known for, right? To see feeds off the crowd's energy and kind of sees where things are going, which is what all good public speakers tend to do. And yeah, they're trying to prevent that. They don't want that at all. So it's really going to come down to whether or not they're able to hop Joe Biden up on enough goofballs to keep him going for the 1 or 2 hours that this debate ends up going for. And I think that's a pretty fair assessment, honestly. I mean, we've seen this guy do things like the State of the Union address and all of a sudden be relatively coherent when normally he's a gaffe machine. I mean, we see Biden just constantly tripping over himself, saying things that are just crazy, mumbled garbage.
But there's, there to be, beginning this effort for 2021.
And talking to people who aren't there, wandering off, shaking hands with people who aren't there, just all kinds of crazy stuff. Maybe even shitting his pants, excuse my language, in the middle of a presentation. Like, no idea. Who knows what's actually going on, because they won't obviously tell us the truth. And they've got to be hopping this guy up on something to get him through these debates and speeches like the State of the Union, like I was saying. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. This debate's going to be extremely interesting this week, and looking forward to either the sinking of Joe Biden's campaign, which maybe will cause his replacement, or who knows? Again, maybe they'll hop him up on enough shit that he'll get through the speech. I guess we'll find out. But anyways, I digress. So let's get into today's story. So from CNN and why CNN's panicking. CNN cuts off interview with Trump press secretary for trashing debate moderator. Okay, so first of all, I don't agree with this headline, because if you watched the interview on CNN before they cut it off, Trump's secretary was not trashing their debate moderator at all. She was referring to Jake Tapper, who there was no disagreement about who she was talking about, but she was referencing the fact that he called Trump Hitler, or compared him to Hitler, years ago, and I'm pretty sure on multiple different occasions, and was simply saying that this debate's already not going to be fair. I mean, they're never fair for the Republican candidate normally anyways, especially Trump. But in this case, the guy they're having moderate literally called Trump Hitler. So how can anyone in their right mind look at that and go, yeah, okay, this is going to be relatively fair? They really need to find somebody neutral. Like, there's plenty of people out there who, or even somebody who's not that into politics. Find somebody who doesn't have that much care about it. It would be perfect for this situation. I mean, the people are just crazy. There's extreme tribalism on both sides. You really do need somebody who's not that interested but is willing to do the job and can moderate relatively fairly and just give them both a chance. I mean, that's really what's needed. But of course, that's not what's going to happen. And already, her simply calling out, when her referring to the Trump's press secretary, her simply calling out CNN in an interview saying, hey, the person you've selected to be a moderator is extremely biased, demonstrates that multiple times throughout the last couple of years, and is on video doing so. So this is kind of silly that this is even happening. And the interviewer gets super flustered. And well, here, let me just play the video for you. You can see for yourself.
As professionals, as they have covered campaigns and interviewed candidates from all sides of the aisle. I'll also say that if you talk to analysts of debates previous, that if you're attacking the moderators, you're usually losing. So I really want to focus in on what these two men are going to do and say when they stand on the stage. Now, we have a little bit of what Donald Trump, your boss, has said in trying to set expectations for this debate. I want to play a series of his comments, and then we'll talk about it. Watch.
Well, maybe I'm better off losing the debate. I'll make sure he says I'll lose the debate on purpose. Maybe I'll do something like that.
I assume he's going to be somebody that will be a worthy debater.
Should I be tough and nasty and just say you're the worst president in history? Or should I be nice and calm and let him speak?
So he's basically saying there, well, will I let Joe Biden win? It does seem as though many Republicans have set the bar very low in terms of arguing that Joe Biden is basically senile. Now you have people like Doug Burgum coming out and saying, well, President Biden's very accomplished, trying to set expectations in a different place. What do you expect from Joe Biden?
Well, first of all, it takes someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently
stop this interview if you're going to keep
President
attacking my
Trump
colleagues.
Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you
I'm
continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I am willing to have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome to come back and speak about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump will have equal time to Joe Biden when they both join us now at later this week in Atlanta for this debate. Our thanks to Caroline. John.
Did you see that at the end? Did you see how flustered she got when she started mixing up all her words and mashing everything together because she was all stressed out? Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Trump's staffer literally didn't say anything crazy. She didn't attack Jake Tapper. She simply was pointing out how goofy it is that this man who is clearly anti-Trump and does not like the man is now going to be the moderator of something that's supposed to be neutral for the country so that regular voters can look at it and go, okay, who do I want to buy? Think of it as like I said, buy, right? So think of it like buying a car. Which car do I want to buy? Like, they're supposed to present themselves in a dignified way that demonstrates what they want to do for the country and why we should pick one of them, right? So if you have a moderator who's going to be one-sided, that's going to greatly skew the outlook of the situation, right? So anyways, just absolutely ridiculous watching this lady like freak out, and it is always nice to see CNN panicking. They're completely going down the drain. They've been going down the drain for years. And honestly, I think them hosting a debate is probably the best thing for them. Like, I think they love the fact that they're going to have Trump in a debate because he is so entertaining. And they know that. This man drives the ratings up, and the hysteria that they constantly peddle around him, it boosts the ratings as little as they can muster, but it is what it is. Anyways, everybody, that's what I got for you this morning. Just a nice funny little video about CNN and pointing out how goofy they are at all times. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe. I am finally getting into this game. I've been thinking about starting a political channel for a long time. These videos will improve, so I would really appreciate it if you guys would just drop a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to talk shit to me, it's cool too. I'm all about it, so let's go. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace, everybody.